dealing with the gradebook in Canvas, and that is managing your gradebook. So once you've built your gradebook and once you start grading, what do you do inside of that grid? How do you manage what happens in there? And so I've got 3 tips for you in gradebook management. The first tip is that as your gradebook grows, you know it's going to grow from left to right, and it could be very long. It depends on how many assignments you have, but it could be a lot. And you also have a lot of students. So it could become a little bit overwhelming to look at and to process information. So the first tip I have for you is that you have some tools for filtering and arranging content in that grid that will help your viewing experience be a little bit better. So let me show you how they work. Here we are on the grid, and you have these 3 menus, and I encourage you to take a look at all of these. There's important information under all 3 of them, but what we're going to talk about is view, and you'll see that you have arrange by and filters. We're going to talk about how these work together. You also have unpublished assignments. So the first thing that you can do to make your view a little bit more manageable if you have unpublished assignments is you can choose, you can see they're visible by default. You can't do anything here. It tells you it's unpublished. So you can select this, and then that's a little bit. You've removed a little bit that you don't really need to see. The next thing is to arrange your columns. So the columns are arranged by default according to the assignments index page. So that's the default organization. But you can also arrange them from left to right according to the name of the assignment, A to Z or Z to A, the due dates, oldest to newest, newest to oldest, the value of the assignment, lowest to highest and highest to lowest. Or if you're using modules, you can arrange them by module, the first to last or last to first. So you have these options. Right now, I've got A1, P1, P2, P2. So I could go and arrange these Z to A, and you'll see how it really changes the order of things. Okay, so you can use arrangement. Probably a more powerful tool on the face of it are the filters, because I still have the same number of columns. And if I have 50 columns, that's still a lot of columns and a lot of, going back and forth that I have to do. So filtering is going to reduce the number of columns. Canvas gives you 4 filters, and those filters are only visible if you're using that feature. So when we started this webinar, we only had 1 filter, and that was modules, because when we started, we didn't have any assignment groups. But as soon as we added those assignment groups for weighting the value of the assignment groups, then we got the assignment group filter. The other 2 filters that I'm not using in this course, one is sections. So if you have multiple sections and your courses are cross-listed, then you'll have a sections filter. So you can look at one section at a time. And the 4th one is student groups. So if you do student group work, then you can filter out group assignments. So those are the 4 filters. Let me show you how they work. When I click on assignment groups right here, I'm going to get a new menu. So watch the top of the grid, click on assignment groups, and here's my new menu. And this drop-down menu has the 4 assignment groups. And so I can look at just the exams. Okay, so that really is helpful for me. I can also look at, let's see, I had several homework assignments. So if I have a lot still, I don't have very much in this course at all, but if I had like 10 or 15, then I could also use the arrange by along with the filter to help me see what I want to see a little bit easier. Now remember, if you use filters and arrange by, that it will stick. So if I closed now and reopened and forgot that I had used this filter, I might for a moment be confused about where my exams are. And so all I have to do is remember, oh, I've got the filter turned on. I should toggle this off so that I can see everything again. And then I can go into arrange by and go back to my default order. Okay, so these view tools are very helpful, and that's my tip for you. there are some good tools in there to help you out.